Teacher Nyatu. Let's get started now. Are you ready? Today, we were talking about Emmeline Pankhurst. I believe that the most significant person in the history of women is Emmeline Pankhurst. Historians disagree about the effect of her action on public support for the cause of women vote. However, she was widely criticized for her militant status. Her work is recognized as a crucial element in achieving women's suffrage in Britain. I'm going to explain what it means to be significant a biography of Emmeline Pankhurst. Her action, the long-lasting and short-term impacts of her action. More importantly, I am going to conclude the significance of Emmeline Pankhurst in relation to other women. There are many factors to be significant in history. The meaning of significant that is important in the same way. To be significant, I believe you have to be someone who creates a great change with a very impact that affects a large number of people, or someone who creates a great change. Government aspiration. Someone that can make change, that can change so much more with just one goal.
Emmeline Pankhurst, born July 15, 1858, was a leading women's rights activist who led the movement to win the right for women to vote. Born as Emmeline Gooden, raised in Manchester into a family with a tradition of radical politics. Emmeline Pankhurst's father was a successful businessman, while her mother, Sylvia Crane, was a passionate feminist. It was Emmeline's mother first who introduced her into the family's world of radical political benefit. It was Sophia who chose her daughter Emmeline to her first ever women's office meeting in the although her parents encouraged her to prepare herself for a life as a wife and mother. Her parents sent her to a girls' school in Paris at the age of 50 to finish off the rest of her education. The school was called Economic January. Soon after, when she returned back to Manchester in 1878, she married Richard Pankhurst. Richard Pankhurst, a communist, socialist, lawyer, professor, and supporter of the women's suffrage movement. Richard and Emmeline were two perfect matches. Though there was a significant age gap. He was 44, while she was only 20. However, Richard's golden gives permission for the marriage to take place. Emmeline has 4 children in the first 6 years of her marriage. Christopher, 1880, Sylvia, 1882, Fred, 1884, and Angela, 1885. Richard Pankhurst supported Emmeline with activities she did outside the home. Furthermore, she quickly began involved with the women functional language in 1889, which advocated suffrage for women. However, the organization broke apart. She attempted to join the left-leaning Independent Labour Party through her friendship with socially key Harvey. Boswell initially refused membership by the local branch of the party on account of her gender. In 1895, Emmeline began a poor law guardian. This job involved her going to regular visits to the local workhouse, where she was deeply shocked by the misery and the suffering of the inmates. They were very young girls to prevent women working on some of the most harshest of the conditions. Obviously, this war result babies beginning born unhealthy. If some sorts of poor condition, Emmeline began particularly concerned about the way women were treated, and it recovered his belief that women's suffrage was the only was this program would be slow. Richard and Emmeline Pankhurst both became active members of the Independent Labour Party. Richard made several unsuccessful attempts to be elected, and thus half was common. But still, political career came to an end, and when he died of personal anger in 1898, Richard's death came a bit short to Emmeline. but he did just determine how involved that in police even more. In 1903, she founded the Women's Social and Political Union. As all women's suffrage advocacy organization dedicated to deaf not war, the group quickly became infamous when its members smashed windows and assaulted police officers. They took this action to get the press involved, show people that they are serious about the decision of women both. The certificate released that publicity was one of the trigger factors to getting the votes for women. So this action was commissioned for then. Pankhurst, along with her daughter, were sentenced to repay sentences, where the state hangars tried to trigger better conditions. They repeatedly did this, catching the action of the public getting even more spotted. Eventually, Arsenal began a common practice among the WSPU member. This is called the Cat and Mouse Act. Introduced in 1913, people on hunger strike were let out of prison, but the reactors when they grew back their strength. Besides, it's a picture to demonstrate how artists.
The 1930s, The Bite and the Art of Emmeline within division, short but also outraged the society. There were a group of people who believed she committed suicide. Nevertheless, others believed that she was attending to pain. A suffragette Bernard on the King horse, but ended in a tragic accident. There are proof of both hypotheses, for example. Before the horse came, information was collected that she had bought a return train ticket back home. However, there is proof of her training to commit suicide. For example, Emmeline within activism wanted to raise a profile. From the suffragette, maybe that is what she was suggesting. The period of military was entered appropriately on the outrage of war in 1940, where Emmeline turned her energy to supporting the war. In 1980, women had made their point while doing all the men's job, while they were away to war. Employers saw that women could do men's job without difficulty and without any training, which means that they will also be cheaper to employ. So women have shown they were no different from men and should be given the equal opportunity. The respiration of the people had given voting right to women over 30. Emmeline died in 48 June 1928. Soon after, women were granted equal voting rights with men. 2 years later, Emmeline was commemorated with a statue in Victoria Tower Garden in London.
Emmeline Pankhurst, a truly strong-willed woman who would fight for the vote for women with their life, correspondence to show how solemn and serious she was. The relationship with society that Emmeline had wasn't the best acts. She was seen as a crowded, violent person with strong willpower to not give up in her cause. However, in women's eyes, she was hysterical that led other women to self disobedience. Some of the actions Emmeline took had immediate impulse, some had long impulse. For example, a immediate impulse due to her action created by Emmeline was one. She created violence around the community, smashing the windows, assaulting policemen were just some of her crowded actions. The reason why Emmeline took this action that created this immediate impulse on the society are to make sure that the press don't lose interest in the idea of getting women the vote. Ex Emmeline believed publicity was a part of their formula to making Emmeline goals into reality. Another action that Emmeline Pankhurst took that created a median action is when she stated to good on Fagan Street. She took this action as policemen were not accepting her to make herself ill. making the policemen look back toward their first pets, helping the scavengers green spot, and also to get people to sympathize with the scavengers. That immediate action created that immediate impulse that all that the scavengers need to make sure the purse is on their side. This action was not done by anyone else. It was just such an act. It just showed how determined Emily must have been to get this wish granted to bring their freedom to women that they deserved. Action that Emmeline then that created a lasting impress X when Emmeline joined the WSPU. This was a lasting impress was now because when she joined this organization, people expect her to fight for her political belief, but because her immediate impress created wasn't consistent, her getting the vote took a long time to get. By taking the action, Emmeline made sure that no one forgot her and they knew exactly what she was trying to achieve. Overall, I believe that Emmeline Pankhurst is the most significant woman in history. I believe this because if we use another woman in society X, an example, let's say, for example, Baroness Lawyer, she was being notable for her rapid rise from lecturer to professor and for the agent of peer recognition of her achievements. If Emily had not found further freedom for women to vote, then Baroness Lawyer would probably never got all those excellent educational opportunities or be known for her greatest success. She most probably would have been doing a very small job or somehow job if it were not for Emily Pankhurst. Government legislation would have been different now if it were not for Emily. Let's use another person, for example, Emily Wani Division. Both women were from the same time period, so what made Emily more significant than Emily? I must admit that Emily wanted division that triggered the vote for women greatly. However, if Emily Pankhurst never brought up the idea of trying to fight for women's equal right to vote, then maybe Emily might not die this way and triggered the distinction of women vote so greatly. Emily is definitely the most significant related to other women because she created a chain that her action and ways now stay stand to this very day. She took all the parts of what makes a significant person, but not only that, but she has changed a government legislation that has changed world a lot more within, for example, the way people think nowadays, education, job, etc. By finally getting the vote shares after she died, it meant population had to listen to the views of women, which then led to a more fair, peaceful Britain for women to live in. More importantly, a more fair place for the future children of Britain to live in.
Thank you for watching. We hope you will be satisfied with